Welcome to our daily devotional brought to you by Crossroads Presbyterian Church. Our inspiration comes from the Advent Jesse tree. Think of it as being Jesus' family tree. It's the story of God's redemptive plan for the world based on a passage of scripture from the beginning of Isaiah 11. A shoot will come up from the stump of Jesse, and from his roots a branch will bear fruit, and the Spirit of the Lord will be upon him. Jesus is that branch that will bear fruit. Every day, as we look at 25 symbols and stories that trace the heritage of Jesus from the beginning of creation, we also want to connect with someone from Crossroads. So today, we're talking with Barb Jansen. Hello, Barb. She lives with her husband, Dick, in Cedarburg, and they've been at Crossroads for 20 years. Barb, tell us about a significant member of your family tree that's represented by a meaningful ornament.
Thanks, Jenny. When I got the email about the Jesse tree and the possibility of it being Jesus's family tree, I immediately went back to a childhood memory of being at my grandmother's house during the holidays. She lived in this fabulous old Victorian house that was lavishly decorated for the Christmas holidays. She had 3 Christmas trees, but the one that I always gravitated to was the one in the library. It was our family Christmas tree. It was a large branch decorated with all colors of ornaments. Each color signified a different part of the family. Her children were one color, their spouses were another, and all of us grandchildren were another color. Each of them had our names on them, and it was wonderful to visit that tree every year, and of course look to make sure that I was still on it. About 10 or 12 years ago, our daughter Megan made this tree for our family. It too has 3 branches, one for each of our children, and lots of ornaments. Dick and I in white, the girls and their families, and of course, the most recent blessings on this tree are our 7 grandchildren. But today I am remembering my grandmother, Ruth Amanda Smith, who began a tradition some 60, 70 years ago that is still alive and well in our foyer in Cedarburg, Wisconsin.
Oh, thank you for sharing. That is so cool. We are grateful to know the stories of people from our congregation and to know the story of God. So today we have a story from Scripture that helps us learn about Jesus' family tree, and it's the story of Noah from Genesis 5 through 9. The ornament that represents this story is a picture of a rainbow. It reminds us that God's promises are eternal. Noah lived in a time that was described as evil, a time that mankind rejected God. The great catastrophe of the flood was used as a means of judgment. The ark was Noah's salvation, just like Jesus is our ark. After Noah's ark was completed, people were invited to enter, just like Jesus says to us, "Come unto me." Noah's story reminds us that salvation is an invitation, not a command. So remembering the story of Noah helps us understand who Jesus is and why he came to earth. Thank you for joining us today. Tune in tomorrow to hear from Shelley Lemminger and learn about the next ornament on our Advent Jesse tree.